Hey guys, so I hit 20,000 miles, and I thought, what better way to, commemorate the 20,000th mile than to visit the world's tallest thermometer? And yes, that's actually an accurate temperature. uh, 97 degrees. Yeah, I'm actually in Baker, California. So, I came out here. One, I knew I was about to hit 20,000 miles, so I wanted to do something fun. And yeah, I guess my idea of fun is driving to Baker. Not really. I kind of wanted to do some investigative journalism. So, for those of you who are in the know, EVgo was supposed to have broken ground on a fast charging station here in Baker that was going to have four stalls, each one capable of 350 kilowatts charging, and a big solar canopy and all of that. Now, I actually drove around here for a few minutes just looking around. I mean, granted, it's nighttime, the view isn't great, but I actually didn't see anything. So wherever they're building it along this strip, it's not very apparent. There's some construction going on across the street, and truthfully, we're facing, I guess, sort of east right now. Um, it would be better if it were farther down, just because there are more stores and restaurants and things like that within walking distance. Not that if you're charging at 350 kilowatts, you'll have all that much time. I mean, the Bolt EV will, because it will, it'll still take about an hour to get to 80%. But but yeah, it's a little disappointing because I would have liked to have at least seen some sort of physical progress when I hear breaking ground. And not only that, this is, you know, tomorrow's the last day of June. They said it would be open by June. So I'd like to see where it is, or where an address is, or they connected it to the world's tallest thermometer. So I figured it would be near here, but it's not. So anyway, we'll see. Hopefully EVgo gets their go in gear. But I did want to just talk a little bit about my car, my 20,000 mile impression, what's happened, what hasn't happened. Um, and and yeah. Oh, and by the way, the other thing is I'm coming from Ventura County. This kind of tells me right now that Baker is kind of a perfect stopping distance. If you're in LA at all, um, yeah, you'll be able to make it out here pretty safely. It'll make the trip to Vegas a lot easier. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, so just hear a little bit about the 20,000 miles. There's actually not a whole lot to tell, really. The car has performed as expected, as it was supposed to. Um, I haven't had any issues. There are no rattles, no shakes. The hard plastic is still in place exactly as it should be. I've been relatively bug free, I guess. Every now and then, maybe the interface freezes up a little bit, but uh, it's actually just more lagging and slow than anything else. I mean, I've clocked a number of DC fast charges, and there isn't even a hint of battery degradation yet. So nothing wrong in that regard. The cloth seats are still intact, and uh, they're not worn, they're not frayed. Not that I have a whole lot of passengers in here. I mean, if you're going to use this as like a taxi or something, or if you have kids or pets, maybe you do want leather because it will clean up better. But so far, I haven't had any issues. Just moving some of my bags around. It's yeah, it's all been fine. So, um, but then again, the plastics and interior are hard, designed for a reason. So, um, in case some of you missed it too, I did switch out my rims, and I kept the tires, but I switched out the rims to Cruise Echo rims, the light 18-pound forged rims, and uh, I feel like I've seen a bit of a efficiency increase. Not a huge amount on steady state driving, but definitely on hills and corners. The steering input is just a lot smoother, and the feedback is just a lot better. Um, the right now we're in a parking lot. Let me see if I turn my lights on. The lights are fine. If you guys followed the recent safety thing, the only mark against it was the lights. Uh, and it wasn't really that there isn't good visibility, because there is, and this is on the low beam, but it's just that they actually can blind oncoming drivers, I guess, or at least they're bright. You know, they're I've had a number of occasions where drivers have flashed me, and indicating that they thought my brights were still on when they weren't. So I mean, that's a little bit of an issue, and you can't really tell here, but some cars will actually have it so the driver's side light is lower, so that it doesn't face into oncoming traffic. But again, nothing like, the car is holding together really well. It's running exactly like it was from the factory. I mean, as you can tell, the efficiency is still there. I mean, this is a DC fast charge in, but 44 point 3 kilowatt hours to go 220 miles is not bad. Um, and I've gotten used to maybe the quirks and things like that. I'm gonna release a sort of companion article on my website, and link through to this as well. And it's essentially just the 8 things that I kind of expound on, that I think GM could do with the Bolt EV, leading into 2018. And sorry, I got cut off there. But anyway, yeah, so the companion piece, that's just my suggestions on what GM should do with the Chevy Bolt EV for 2018 and beyond. Nothing big, but it's pretty self-explanatory, so I'll link to it in the bottom of this video as well. So, but I'll see if I can search around, and if I find anything more about the Baker charger before I leave, I will update you guys.